Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Well. Yesterday was obviously one heck of a negative Uno reverse. Market was going up. Second day in a row it was going up. And then it was going straight down thanks to, don't want to get political, but basically what Biden said or suggested or leaked. Anyway, let's go jump in and get started. Let's see what's losing and what's winning. Let's start with losers. So this is kind of getting a little to be a little bit of a pattern here. I feel like every single day it's Marathon and Riot blockchain, and I have to say it's pretty exhausting to just regularly mention that Riot and Marathon are just trending down hardcore. There's Coinbase again, also joining Marathon and Riot. I mean, it's just at this point, it's just getting laughable. It's at 283 right now. This is happening at the same time as you've got a little bit of a Bitcoin sell-off going on. Let's see here. Bitcoin is at 49,500, not as low as it had been. There were periods of time the thing had gone below 48,000. You've got Ethereum down at about 22.6, down from its highs of around 26.6. And where's the Doge? Doge at about 23 cents. Pretty big sell-off from where it was yesterday at 30 cents. So you've definitely had a big movement in the crypto market. And that movement in the crypto market, despite it likely creating more volatility, which is good for creating more transactions, it's definitely being priced into the Bitcoin miners. It's being priced into the Coinbase. It's even being priced into Square today, which, I mean, wow. So Square is down 1%. Coinbase again down 3.3%. This is weird. Intel's now down. Oh, no, never mind. I totally forgot about Intel earnings. Intel is down 4%. Fisker down 1% again. GameStop sitting at about 149 right now. GameStop has had a little bit of a downtrend the last few days as well. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, this is probably going to be about the fourth day of a downtrend here. Well, today is the 23rd. Yeah, this will, if GameStop ends today red, this will be about the fourth day that it's on this downtrend here. Fisker down almost 1%. This is obviously here all in the pre-market. Tesla's down about 0.17 right now, which for the amount of fear, uncertainty, and doubt this company is getting with Consumer Reports slamming them yesterday as well, and totally unfairly too. Put the freaking car on the test track and go, oh, yep, we hacked the car. We tricked it to turn on self-driving with nobody in the driver's seat. It's like, well, people want to be stupid. But yeah, anyway. So let's expand the watch list a little bit here. There we go. Marcus Group down 6% today. I wonder if they reported or something. What? Because this is a recovery stock right here. Gosh, I remember Marcus at like $11. Wasn't that long ago either. Walmart's down a little bit. Playboy's down a tiny little bit. PayPal off, down with Square a bit. What else here? Home Depot, AT&T, Pfizer. These are all little nominal movements here. The bigger ones, actually, wow, American Express down almost 4%. It's got to be some news for American Express to be down 4%. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, okay, just reported earnings, so that's what it was. Let's take a very brief look here at, let's see. Yeah, hold on. I got a subscription to Barron's. I'll sign into Barron's really quick. Oh, there we go. Already got it. All right, let's quickly see here. American Express first quarter results showed investors that 2021 will be very much a transition year for the company. I wonder if we're going to hear that a lot of recovery plays. Oh, that 2021 is going to be a transition year. Card companies have been hampered over the last years. Consumers have been spending less on travel and entertainment. American Express posted revenue of $9.1 billion, a 12% drop from a year ago quarter, and just shy of $9.2 billion expected. Okay, so slight miss. Profits exceeded expectations, however, with American Express earning $2.74 a share, better than the 41 cents it earned in the first 3 months of 2020. So one thing that is really, in my opinion, driving a lot of these additional profits, despite sometimes these top line misses, is really, it sounds redundant at this point, but the whole stay-at-home movement. It's becoming not only more productive for companies, but it's becoming pretty profitable for companies too. There were some more studies out on Bloomberg Terminal yesterday about that. I was reading about it a little bit. Thought it was really cool. Basically, they were saying rocket ship to the moon. See, to the moon. By the way, the back of this shirt right here, the rocket to the moon, has a buy the dip line. So I had originally only ordered one of these, but now I ordered like 8 or 9 of them so I can wear these more. Anyway, all right, let's keep going with our sticks. So that's our red, and then we've got okay, this is our red. It looks like GameStop accelerating a little bit towards the red side. On the green side, we've got Walgreens, Starbucks, Open Door. These guys pretty flat right now. Apple up about 0.2%, Palantir 2.2%, 0.22. That is. We got Activision Blizzard, AT&T, Roblox, Twilio, Carnival, Invitae. All these guys up a little less than 0.5%. I'm still liking MP Materials, by the way. I'm looking at this company not as I don't own this, but I'm looking at this company as basically being on this like almost 8 or 9 day downtrend now. And there might come an opportunity where I want to add this company to my portfolio. I think it's going to be a big piece of the EV revolution, especially the green revolution, both of which are ideal in sentiment right now. All right, what else here? Matterport up 0.6. Okay, so good for SPACs. Clever up, EXPI up, TTCF up, Marriott, BNGO, XL Fleet, Lemonade, Etsy, Arcimoto. These guys all about 0.7 to 1%. Let's go to the top of the performers right now. Naked up 15% right now. Zom up 7% in pre-market. Skills, here we go again. Another big move on Skills, moving up 7.5% right now. Microvision coming up. Looks like we got multiple SPACs on the green here. Microvision, NGA, Nikola, ChargePoint, IPOE. The SPACs are coming back. Pinterest. It almost makes you wonder if the suits are just fully shorted. And when you're fully shorted, it's like, all right, well, we don't have that much money left. So let's figure out what else we want to do. We can wait for attendees. Oh, crap. Now the market's going up. Suits. And always trying to be counter what society needs right now, which is some green. All right, let's go ahead and tune in and see what's going on the mainstream. So we've got Fox, and then we'll pop over to CNBC for the opening.
It's called painting the tape. When the narrow indices lead the broad indices, that's something that is peculiar to the ends of bull markets. So you have to be very careful. It would be archly ill-advised.
Look, we got another market crash here.
The bull run, but you have to be careful. And I think taking money off the table. As the chairman of the University of Akron's endowment, I moved about 3% of our endowment out of stocks at the end of February, early March, and moved it into gold. And thus far, that has proven to be at least marginally wise. We'll see if it continues to be materially wise over time. But I'm very, very concerned about stock prices at this level. No question.
It's a suit.
We'll see. Yes, we'll see. See if you come back to it.
All right.
I think they'll do retroactive to Bitcoin. They could do retroactive to stocks. But I think that David, I genuinely believe that the president, there's no way he is not going to find a source of revenue here and make it a capital gain.
Right. We expect you get to some level.
Right.
Probably not in the 40s.
But right now, it's just in paradise for people.
It is very low. It has been for quite some time.
Right.
And of course, the great wealth has been accumulated by those who already have a lot of investments to
Biden
begin with, which is,
don't you feel like Biden doesn't like that?
Yeah, kind of.
Right? You do feel like that.
Yeah.
Did you feel that Obama didn't like it?
I feel that Obama didn't like it. Not as much.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting.
Yeah.
Carl? It's an odd convo between Jim there.
As we watch the opening bell here, of course, this morning, both the NYSE and the NASDAQ.
That's green.
I did want to start with you.
That's green. I like it. I like the look of that open.
Actually, bonds. Because we had a brief conversation, of course, about inflation. It continues to be a key conversation in the ongoing debates about the market. And yet we look at the 10-year, and I mean, 1.7 whatever may be our high, right?
The
I
10-year
don't know.
saying that what our discussion previous about how everything from pulp to all grades of plastic to lumber to copper, that all of that is wrong. The bonds are saying that's all temporary, and but then there are people who say to me, Jim, don't be foolish. Our rates are so high that all the money's coming from overseas. Carl, the debate about the bonds is what making people right now feel that Jay Powell is right. The yields fell enough that people feel he's got the inside track on something. I don't like to bet against Jay Powell. I did in the first.
Oh, so 2 months ago, everybody, Jay Powell's gonna be wrong. Jay Powell's gonna be wrong. Now, okay, maybe Jay Powell's gonna be right.
Comments he made about maybe we need a bunch of rate hikes, but I think he's so matured to this job. I don't want to bet against him, and the bonds are not betting against him, Carl. They're betting with him.
Well, Jim, it sort of brings to mind a JP Morgan note from this morning. Their belief is that as the global reopening gets confirmed around the world, we expect yields to retrace higher. And Jim, they say easy equity gains for the broad market are likely behind us. Our bullish conviction is now lower. Sort of gets to the conversation we were having yesterday about the degree to which S&P enters a period of churn or consolidation here.
I think that's perfectly reasonable. I'm kind of in that camp. You just can't keep blowing it away. But the thing that is more positive than people realize is I have a stack of papers on the desk here, and these are all earnings and research reports. And I've got two negative. One was a critical piece by Morgan Stanley that I disagree with about Harley Davidson saying enough is enough. I don't think that was particularly good work. And the other was Kimberly-Clark. The actual.
All right, we're going to pull off this report talk here. Let's go ahead and see how things have opened for the opening bell. Let's take a peek here. So we've got Snapchat. This is actually unexpected. Snapchat was red in the after hours after their earnings report yesterday. And Snapchat it has been running in the pre-market, and it's up 8.9% right now. Something must have been announced. Yeah, I was okay. All right. Well, I'm a little surprised because initially it was pretty red. Maybe not. Maybe the market's just reading it a little bit differently. Maybe there was something buried in the earnings report. I don't know, but it's up 7.8% right now. Mattel did very, very well. Mattel smashed earnings with revenue coming in over 20% more than 27% more than expected. You've got Upstart nicely over 100 again. Look at that. Here's that rally again on Upstart. 5.4%. Microvision up 5%. Pinterest. There we go. See, this is why 69 is where you buy it. Just bounces off 69. Although I think it bounced off 70 this time. Didn't quite get to 69, but it seems to regularly do this pattern. NGA 4.41, Doge at 22.5, IPOE 3.6. Shamas SPAC here. SPACs coming back maybe a little bit. Affirm, oh, that's a rival. Oh, yeah, Affirm's bouncing around here somewhere too. Affirm's up 4%. We've got CTRM up 3.3%, Skills 3%. Okay, so things are greening up over here. Things that are green are getting a little more green. Baidu, AMC's up 2.2%. UiPath up again another day in a row here, 1.99%. Etsy 1.7%. Enphase 1.7-ish. Yeah, we're getting a little bit more green here in some of these stocks. Piton a little mixed at 1% for the open. NEO is actually green today. Get over here, Neo. Where are you? There you are. Neo at 39. Neo opened at 40, but it's actually slipping a little bit here from its 40 of an open. Matterport, I see you somewhere around here, around 0.5%. Poshmark 0.5%. Ubiquity about 0.25%. Palantir about 0.25%. Tesla just went green barely. So what is that? 0.1. Jeez. Looking at the negative again. Riot, Coinbase, and Marathon still holding on to their negativity here. Possibly because of this Bitcoin, Ethereum sell-off. I bet that's certainly not helping. I don't think we can go as far as calling it a crash, but certainly when you look at Bitcoin, it's well off its 65,000 highs. It's been pretty much straight down since Coinbase. And it's not a good look for Coinbase. Everything's kind of looking at Coinbase as, wait a minute. You kind of screwed some things up here. It's at 285 right now. Seems like right when that happened, it was that's it. Peak crypto for 5 minutes and then straight down. Nordstrom down. We got IDEX down about 1.3%. CRISPR's down. Square's down about third. And we'll get the OTCs probably within the next 10 minutes here. How's the run going? Microvision and Mattel taking the run right now. Here goes Microvision again. There we go. Upstart moving very nicely, but not running like Microvision is right now. All right, let's take a peek. Let's go back to Jim over here, and then let's take a peek at some of the top news.
For years to come on.
Yeah.
But PepsiCo had the best of this group. They had a good number.
Mm-hmm.
And that stock is creeping up, and I like the way it works.
Well, all right, I don't think of PepsiCo. I mean, I know broadly speaking. By the way, you had Nestle on as well.
Wow. Nestle at 7.7% organic growth. Do you remember there was an activist there at one point?
Yes, Mr. Loeb was his name.
And I think
From
that they're doing quite well, but there's no ADR.
Never did, though, get rid of the
no
L'Oreal
ADR.
stake, right? They've still got it, don't they?
Yeah, but it's really a coffee company.
Right, but they didn't monetize that the way that the activist was hoping that they might.
No, what they've really done is
Thank you, Tara.
they have boosted sales and spent a huge amount of money on sustainability. That's what they've done.
Yeah.
Carl, they care more about talking about sustainability than they care about the actual numbers, because they have actually gotten rid of a lot of brands they think are not good, some candy brands for you, and a lot of plastic brands. I think that's fantastic. They are really forward about this.
Nestle. Yep.
Tim Cook has tweeted a lot about it this week. I saw Walmart's now putting climate in some of their risk factors in their 8 and 10Ks. So pretty interesting evolution of the corporate commentary. Jim, you're talking about companies that have sort of reset their overall cost structure, which brings us right to what Mattel.
So take a look at this news. Looks like Mind Medicine is going to start trading on the NASDAQ. And because of this, the shares are currently up about 33%. We don't have these particular. Usually these stocks take about 10 minutes to start showing up on Webull. But shares are up 33%, most in 7 months. Trading volume 5 times higher. This is a Mind Medicine is the company. Ticker symbol is MMEDF. I think the ticker symbol is going to change when it goes to the NASDAQ, because usually you only have 4 letters. Shares increased to Canadian $355 from 267 Canadian dollars. That's a big move. Yeah, that's a big move for the company, just for moving stock exchanges. Wow, that's crazy. All right. Let's keep going with some of what other news we have here. But yeah, that's going to be a big move from Mind Medicine as soon as we see it. So 33% plus. All right, what do we got in top news here? Let's see. Wall Street's Bloomberg Terminal saying that Bitcoin's big sell-off was a long time coming. This is following negative remarks by JP Morgan and Chase, which some folks are saying kind of started this nonsense. Let's see. Rare lumber trade exposes crazy market and shortages. Yeah, no kidding. Not seeing a lot of dramatic news this morning. Let's go to the 10-year Treasury for a moment. Let's take a peek here at the 10-year. So 10-year is still stable around that 1.55, but it's really maintaining this downtrend. So here we go. If we just let's go to 1 month here on the 10-year Treasury. Remove me for a moment. Look at that. It's straight down. The last month, it's literally just been straight down. Down, down, down. It's incredible. It's incredible. So, all right. Let's see here. Let's see if Webull has started to indicate the sticks on MindMed. Does not look like yet. Although, if you type in Mind, yeah, no, never mind. You can Mind Technology as ticker symbol MIND. I wonder, that's not the same, is it? No. Okay. MMEDF, Mind Medicine, still on the OT. I'm still waiting for these guys. The OTCs take a little longer. Big Digital, Voyager, Mind Medicine. These guys all they'll show up usually within the first 10 minutes. So they'll be up shortly. And then we'll see MindMed at the top. There we go. A little bit of recovery. Finally a little bit of a recovery here in the crypto mining space and even Coinbase. A little bit of a recovery with Riot and Marathon dropping from a negative 6% gain, or recovering from a negative 6%. I'm sorry, recovering from a negative 6% move to about a negative 3.5 to 4%. So a little bit of a recovery here. Nice to see. Market's actually very, very green today after yesterday's sell-off. Potentially a sign that yesterday's sell-off was an overreaction. Potentially a sign that Wall Street doesn't believe that Joe Biden has the power to get this done. Potentially a sign that Wall Street believes Biden's going to negotiate this tax increase that was mentioned on wealthy folks yesterday. They're removing the capital gains there. Look at Enphase again, up 3.2%. It's pretty good. Let's listen into Jim for a second.
My eyes, just see, because they have no clothes.
Ooh, Bitcoin.
No,
we are definitely
clothes.
hearing
Wow.
from a lot of the sellers, Jim. We're hearing from a lot of the sellers. We're not hearing a lot from the buyers yet. And to your point, it's highly illiquid, and we've yet to talk to anybody who's bought one and then sold it. So
That's
we'll see
right.
how easy it is to turn those around.
I mean, I bid
I do
20,000
want
for
to
a
get you, Jim,
cover.
really quickly.
I know that guy Winkleman. He
I
did
want to
well.
get you on a more liquid name, Tesla. It's been quite a week. You had these senators write a letter over safety concerns. You had the controversy in China. Adam Jonas yesterday saying the market needs to understand the possibility that the China market overall may morph into what he called a utility run and regulated by the state. Although he did take the target up to 900 because deliveries are good.
Well, I think that when you look at my email, I don't know how people get my email. There's a huge percentage of, and also in my hideous mentions column and for Tesla, for Twitter, please don't say anything negative on Tesla. That's the new rap I get. Don't say anything negative. David, they're begging me not to say anything negative. Please don't say.
I'm going to pull off Jim trying to relate. There was a report that the upset Chinese customer who led this protest at the Chinese exhibition, the vehicle exhibition where Tesla was, the person who was jumping on top of the car. There was a report that they were upset about their vehicle brakes, suggesting that the vehicle would not brake, but would not allow Tesla to examine their car. And the customer demanded a refund, but would not allow Tesla to examine the car to see what the problem actually may have been. It's kind of a little odd, the things coming out of China regarding this story. And Tesla's kind of like, okay. Yeah, it's weird. So, all right, let's listen, and we'll go back to the sticks in a moment. Let's see what Varn's got to say.
Assisted systems, right? Camera based for them. So
Tesla too.
Of the driver's eyes and the head positions, whereas Tesla, they only base it on sensors in the steering wheel. So if there's no one in the driver's seat, that's a problem.
But the market's not taking that as much of a problem. I mean, the stock is at 720.
Yeah,
but
well, I had a tough day
I can
yesterday.
see how that would be a problem. I got that. All right, Susan, thanks.
Yeah, there was so much talk about Tesla having these weight sensors in the seats, but I have not noticed that. And Consumer Reports did not notice that either. And tricking the steering wheel is pretty easy to do. A little light sandbag or a little weight or something like that, and you trick it. Now, that's your own problem. If you trick your own safety measures, well, that's your own problem, in my opinion. I personally do not want a vehicle that has a little thing that's like, you must stare at the road like a zombie. Don't get me wrong, looking at the road is a good thing, but you look at GM Cruise, it's exactly what it makes you do. You take your eyes off the road, it starts beeping and turns off autopilot.
But also people are looking at their cloud revenues. And then Facebook, of course, we're looking at their ads, but we're looking at subscriber growth. And more importantly, we're also looking to see what they're going to do with digital payments as they roll that feature out.
Are you looking for blockbuster profits for all the big 5 tech companies? Just blow them away. Is that going to happen?
I do. They've done really, really well in the pandemic. They've done really, really well for post-pandemic growth. Cloud is driving a lot of growth. Digital commerce is driving that growth, and also a lot of interaction with people at home. And I don't think that's going to change the behavior as even we open up as the lockdowns end.
Bingo, Eric. Eric here says, why have autopilot if you have to pay attention like you are driving? Yeah, I mean, kind of. And I know technically we're not fully there yet, but yeah, I mean, like full on stare on the road. I don't understand. I think it's a little too extreme.
You saw the new iMac pop up. You saw the new services play that's going on in terms of what they're doing with podcasts. There's a lot of growth.
Here we go. Mind Medicine up on Webull. Let's go. This is, by the way, one of Kevin O'Leary's favorites. So unfortunately, Kevin O'Leary doesn't do more than 5% in a particular stock. So no, I think that is actually good for diversification. But this is a great movement. Very good movement, obviously, for Mind Medicine. Congratulations to investors in Mind. I don't know how long that 36% would last solely off of an uplisting. It will drive more volume, more people buying it. Because think about it, now you should be able to buy it on, I don't know, let's see, can we buy it on here? Usually when it's an OTC, you'd have to go to like a TD Ameritrade or something to buy it. I wonder, oh, the uplisting, not yet. The uplisting's on the 27th. So on the 27th, you'll be able to buy it on like Robinhood and Webull and that. I would be a little concerned that there might be a little bit of a sell-off after the uplisting actually happens. A lot of enthusiasm is being built in over a potentially larger audience being able to now purchase the stock. So I would be a little cautious. Obviously, if I were a Mind Medicine investor, I'd be very, very happy right now. That's excellent. Microvision up 10% as the next one. Yeah, I think, Mikey, I think it's the newer models. I'm not sure, but Consumer Reports was able to do it. At least that was what their report indicated, without any kind of weight sensor in their vehicle. So I just wonder if there was an older vehicle and maybe the more brand new ones have the weight sensors. I need to try on mine. Mine's a late 17. All right, let's see. No vehicle should be self-driving. It's a huge safety issue. Fed needs to ban self-driving altogether and solve the problem. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, like I hate to counter this here but I just want to share, I mean, just my opinion. I think, I don't know that you've ever been in a self-driving car if you say that. Like if you drive a Tesla for a day and, rent a Tesla for a day and use the autopilot and see how you feel about that. Let's see. If you took your eyes off the road when you fell asleep, let me take autopilot off because that makes sense. Well, the GM Cruise or whatever, it does like beep you an alarm and all this annoying crap. All right, what else we got here? So let's see. Questions y'all have. New iMac design. Really? Somebody does not like the new iMac design. I mean, that's unique. I've heard a lot of good things about with the colors and everything. Maybe too fun. Let's see. Yeah, look, the people say this seatbelt thing. The seatbelt thing is so easily tricked with the Tesla. You just buckle the seatbelt behind you and problem solved. All right. Anyway, let's. But yeah, if you take the seatbelt out of the buckle, then yeah, it gets pissed off. Affirm. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Are we finally on Affirm? Does that mean maybe C3 AI is going to finally recover as well, or is this going to be another fake out? Affirm up 4.6%. OCGN's also up about 4.9%. Snap sitting at that 6%. Charge points up 6.9%. Nice movement here on SPAC charging plays here. QuantumScape up 4. XL Fleet up 4. Vuzi's up. Pinterest's up 3.6. Poshmark up 3.6. Enphase up 3.5. Good move by Enphase again. Solar Edge also up. Spirit Airlines, the airline's coming back today, and Lemonade's coming back today, and Etsy's coming back. There we go. This is the kind of green we want to see. TTCF up a little bit, 2.2%, which is great. Churchill Capital up 1.88%. Even Canoe's up a little bit. I did buy yesterday in the course I mentioned. What did we buy? We bought 3 options yesterday, and they were pretty sure they were all in SPACs actually. Yeah, but I'll mention it. TTCF was actually one of them. I bought a short call, short-term call, not to be confused with short, but a short-term call, within the next 6 months on Tattooed Chef yesterday, before it started running in the day. Of course, then we did end the day with a little bit of a sell-off, a little bit. I think it still ended up like 1% yesterday, but anyway, now it's up 2.2%, which is always good for them options. So I think it's going back to 20, and then I'll close that option again. GHVI Matterport up back to 13. Hit some crazy low levels there for a period of time. Tesla up 0.9%. Penn National Gaming trying to get back into the 90s here for sure. Did fall into the 80s yesterday, which was crazy to see. FRX is still below its pipe, still below $10 pipe pricing. Voyager Digital down again. It almost kind of looks like it got, it was like a little fake out run when it ran to 20 there. Voyager Digital down 2 days in a row here. Yesterday was down like 10%. Today it's down like 5.8. Somebody says MindMed up 40%. Just goes back to price 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this happens. Those are the kinds of runs that, by the way, can happen when you. This is why I haven't been interested in selling stocks, because I just don't want to time getting out, because I think that the up is going to go fast. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm just reading some of the comments here, and there is not a lot of news. That's true here. The law offices of Frank R. Cruz announces investigation into CCAV. Whatever. It's old news. When you get short-selling attorneys, attorneys, before they file a lawsuit, they should have to disclose how much they're shorting in it. That's what I want to know. Do you think in 10 years Teslas will have Tesla flying saucers? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yep. People don't want to drive. This is true. Alex says Coinbase is crazy overvalued. I actually don't believe that. I believe the market is not very happy. I don't believe the market is valuing Coinbase appropriately right now. I believe the market is overreacting at the same time as cryptos are selling off a little bit. So I'm just waiting for what I see as a potential bounce off the bottom, and then I'm gonna buy some options in Coinbase some more. I still believe my future projections for Coinbase, and I think we're getting drugged through the mud here. From your experience and knowledge of Tesla's charging station, how much of a pain is it to have a station installed in your home? Oh, it's not a pain at all. I have a sub panel in my garage because I don't have 220 in my garage. But you put in like a NEMA 1450 outlet. They're like, look at this, $8. It's like $8 at Lowe's. Don't get convinced to buy those charging stations. They're like, oh, well, you got to get the Tesla charging home thing or whatever. Like these things for $800 or whatever. No, you freaking don't. All you need is the damn plug and put it on a 50. You could get the 50 amp plugs. You can, in some cases, get the 70 amp plugs. But this is what I got. I literally got this plug from Lowe's. It's $8. I kid you not. I installed this myself. Now, if you're not familiar with electrical, I do not encourage you to install this yourself. But yeah, you need the proper wire gauge to run out of a proper cabling to run out of a sub panel. Have an electrician do it. But don't spend money on those stupid chargers. Get the damn plug and forget about it. It's the same thing. You're like, oh, well, it charges faster. Bro, 50 amps is 50 amps. All right. Let's see what we got over here about summer housing.
Some of our clients obtained $35,000 a week for their homes.
My God.
$35,000 a week for a home. Here's a look at some of these homes. They are really big and beautiful. With
Kevin burns down house from, yeah, right. The last thing that's going to burn down is something I installed. I am such an anal retentive person when it comes to my connections.
Seeing a surge in demand up by 30%, according to Verbo. And
illegal wiring, no way. It's beautiful wiring.
These are fetching about double than what they used to. So, you mentioned in your intro just a moment ago, a lot of this demand.
What's the point of the Tesla charger? It comes with another cable, so you can leave the cable the car comes with in your car, and it gives you another cable and a plug, and it gives you like a little beautiful rack to hang it on. That's pretty much what it's giving you. I just used the cable that came with my car, because when you go to superchargers, the cable's already there.
Distributor power in this country. So we find out whether business is good or bad. And he's also on the board of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then Leon runs Nucor, largest steel company. So we're going to get a look at the real economy, not the non-fungible.
I actually do have permits for all the electrical in my house. Thank you very much.
$100,000. They are they're Campbell soup cans that were the ones that I believe.
Man, look, if you want to spend $800 on, it's smart charging and it gets you, maybe fractionally faster charging, I don't give a crap. I ain't spending the money. Too cheap, man. Come on, I paint all my cabinets. People are like, no, you got to replace them. Oh, watch me. Oh dear. All right, let's get back to the sticks.
We know
I just want more money to put into stocks. Okay, that's all I want.
You're concerned about the environment.
I'm not going to spend money on stupid, frivolous garbage. You go, oh, look at that beautiful Tesla logo I got. It's stupid. Sorry for anybody who bought one. It's not your fault. You didn't know there was an $8 option. Okay, so Tesla did a good job upselling. So what else we got here? All right, so this looks pretty stable right now. 40% on the MindMed, Micro, OCGN 6%. OCGN was negative, so this is one that's moved up. NGA moving nicely here. BNGO, ZOM, XL Fleet. This all looks pretty similar right now. Let's see. Okay. Somebody says they're an electrician and they started their own business, and the plan was to import chargers. And after a lot of research, I can't. When you say import chargers, you mean you were going to import those charging stations and sell them to people? Yeah. Depends on your state. You need a licensed electrician to do it. If you're doing commercial or multifamily here in California, you gotta have a contractor license to do it. This is true. Yeah. All right. But now my single family, baby. Back off my single family. I do what I want. Etsy, 2.7%. What else here? Zillow Group, Blink Charging, TTCF. I'm seeing a slight kind of trend up. Let me go to the minute chart here. Yeah. Slight trend up. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit of volatility here at the open, but it definitely feels like the market is slowly trending up. NEO back over 40. How nice. Etsy, Fastly. Wow, Fastly at $68. Honestly, it's a little cheap. Do you think Tesla will actually release the Cybertruck? Yes, I actually do believe that. Bloomberg term. What's in the term? I can go look. What do you want? You want top news, or what do you want? Let's see what the top news is. Bitcoin sell-off was a long time coming. Volatility traders hedge for a bummer summer. So I'm telling you, lots of these big suits hedging for the summer. They're gonna get burned. They're gonna miss the run. U.S. business output expands most on record. Oh, I like to hear that. Gauge of U.S. manufacturing and service providers reached a high in April, adding evidence of stronger demand that's fueling inflationary pressures. Well, I like to hear that the economy's up, but why do they got to link it to inflation right away? Purchasing managers at manufacturers and service providers increased to 62.2. Highest data back to 2009. Whoa, that's a big move. Yeah, that's a big move. That's great. That's really good for the economy. You want to see manufacturing and services up. Supply shortages and shipping challenges were complicating efforts to meet demand. Yep. Worsening supply issue. Folks, every time you think inflation, ask yourself, is this related to a supply and demand problem? The worsening supply situation is concerning for outlook, especially in relation to prices. Exactly. New home sales for March just came in. March came in at, what is this? 1,021,000? Wait, what?
You said, and actually February's number was revised up. Another little piece of
Oh
good
my
news is
God.
that prices were barely up year over year, basically 1%.
That's a big move on new home sales.
Very high prices in the existing home market. We've also been seeing slower sales in the existing home market. So clearly the builders are benefiting from this. Now, one other thing is that mortgage rates actually started to rise in March, and these numbers are based on signed contracts. So people out shopping during the month of March, signing those deals. So given the fact that mortgage rates were rising, it's a good sign that people were still stepping up and signing those contracts. So the question then goes forward, will we see this continued gain in new home sales, even as we see that pullback in existing home sales over the last couple of months? It seems like people are still in high demand for those homes in the suburbs that the builders are doing. It's all going to be about prices. If people can make the math work and make it affordable, I think we're going to see some good gains for the builders over the next coming months. Morgan?
All right, we're going to keep an eye on that. Diana Olick, thank you.
It's a big move over here by new home sales. That's great. What's this?
Chip Giant.
Oh, Intel. Okay, I don't care about that. I want to listen to Bloomberg though. They're talking about this as well.
Significant increase in home sales, new home sales that follows on a real drop. Average.
That's big. That's a big move.
The PMIs this morning that Alex mentioned, U.S. manufacturing PMI at 60.6, services 63.1, and the composite 62.2. These are market numbers, not the ISM numbers. They generally run a little bit hotter, and they are showing the U.S. economy growing quickly in the month of April so far.
So far, we'll wait and see exactly what the data look like, and as they continue to come through. But as you say, Mike, that was a solid number for the housing market. The data for the housing market looking really good right now. Bloomberg's Mike McKee, thank you very much indeed. Let's talk about that solid economy and think about how we're going to fund the amazing fiscal that is continuing to drive that recovery. Let's talk about the scoop that Bloomberg produced yesterday. President Joe Biden proposing almost doubling the capital gains tax rate, the CGT, for wealthy individuals. Federal tax rate for those earnings more than $1 million could be as high as 43.4. Joining us now to talk about what exactly we could be seeing coming through here is Bloomberg's Laura Davison. Laura, I got a bunch of questions. Let me just kind of wrap them all into one. When is this going to happen?
Somebody here says they sell new homes for a builder. I can only imagine this has been the time of a lifetime to be in sales right now. Honestly, in new construction, geez, man, the neighborhood's got to sell out so much faster than usual. You probably think it's a 2-year assignment. I wouldn't be surprised if the darn stuff goes twice as fast as usual. I mean, yeah, the new home stuff. Whew. Wow. Anyway, we're already starting to see this mind-mad pullback. Remember, nothing has fundamentally changed about this company, and this is why I mentioned that. You got to be careful with an uplisting here. It shouldn't be that big of a mover. It certainly isn't a fundamental difference at all. Let's see here. Luminar just came out of nowhere. Yeah, Luminar's just been rising all day here. Now up 8.4%, 8.2%. You got Microvision up 15.3%, NGA up 7%. An acceleration here. A lot of the SPACs moving up. Luminar's moving up. NGA's moving up. ChargePoint's moving up. QuantumScape moving up. QuantumScape now 6.6%, with ChargePoint 7.6%. This is turning into a little bit of a rally here. This is really good. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, but this is looking good. After the pain we had yesterday, this is good. XL Fleet 4.9. You've got Pinterest 4.2. Lemonade 4.25. Let's go. Gevo's back up. Folks, Gevo. If you missed out on the Gevo run, remember the thing ran to like $16, okay? It's now at $6. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Someone says trade or trap. Every time it turns slightly green, it's a trap. Every time. Yeah, and honestly, the last 2 months, that's kind of what's happened. So yeah, what else do we have here? Canoe is at 8.74, Enphase 3.75, American, Clever, Fisker, GoPro, all these guys up about 3% here. Fastly, Xpeng, Xpeng, Li Auto, both up about 3% here. Neo up 2.63%, Etsy's up 2.59%, Nano Dimensions up 2.55%, C3 AI. There we go. We're moving with the firm. These are some nice greens. Now 2.5% over here. Churchill Capital at 2.25. You got Matterport's up 2%. Palantir 2.4% now. Roblox is up. Very Good Foods up. Cinemark, SOS. Tesla's up 1.5. Let's go. Woo. Snowflake 1.3. This is a lot of green, folks. Peloton still stuck in those lower 100 range there. Did add to this at 100. I think, it's under 100. It's just ripe for a bounce off again. Did have double bad news this week, though. So in fairness to Peloton, I think it's actually weathering very well, given the double bad news here. Square, 0.11. Lowe's, Target, Netflix, Cheesecake, all these guys down about 1%. Then we get to the 1 to 2% range. Actually, Cheesecake's 1.5. Oh, look at that. Marathon and Riot recovering. Marathon at 1.85%, recovering from that 6% sell-off this morning. Riot Blockchain, 2.3%. Where'd Coinbase go? Is Coinbase recovering as well? There it is. Coinbase flat for the day. Coinbase is about to go green, folks. 293. Is this the bounce? It's had a nice bounce so far on the day here. Oh, right when I said, is this the bounce? Elon Musk tweeted, yup. Let's see what he tweeted yup to. All right, let's take a peek here. All right, Twitter. Elon Musk. All right. There we go. Where's the yup? I got a notification for it. Was it just a reply? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Humans have been gradually merging with AI for 20 plus years. At some point in the century, as a collective intelligence system, we will become more AI than human and we won't notice. Elon says, yep. Okay. Yep, that's cool. And they have this crazy, midnight launch, basically. Well, 4 hours ago, that was 3 a.m. I was not up for that one. All right, let's see what else we got here. So, okay, Voyager Digital, GameStop, Bitcoin, kind of these all here trending down a little bit with the crypto, although Coinbase and Riot and the miners are recovering slightly. The rest of the market's moving very nicely. Hey, MindMed back to that 40%. Good for MindMed. Just be careful. You got Microvision. Look at that run on Microvision. Holy smokes. 19.5% on the day. Microvision is one of the favorite trader stocks, by the way. So keep that in mind. You get these incredible movements. Microvision has gone as high as 24%. And here you go. I mean, look at this. Microvision just absolutely breaking out. Look at ChargePoint up 9.4%. Bit of a breakout over here as well. Really good recovery, bouncing off the basically lows of where we've been sitting at. If we go back to the day chart, yeah, look at that. We are sitting next to bottom pricing here, folks, at ChargePoint. Since the SPAC, this is pretty much bottom pricing over here at ChargePoint. Luminar, same thing, bouncing off. Microvision's obviously had some volatility here, but yeah, bouncing up here nicely. If we zoom out on Mind Medicine, you can really see we're going back to about that March pricing over here. Beautiful line up. Well, hopefully that lasts. Upstart up 8% again. Another one that's a good trader moving stock. Cloudflare up 7%. A lot of sameness right now, but accelerating these gains. See, even Canoe's up 4% now. Hyliion's up 4.3%. Lemonade 4.3%. Nice movements here in some stocks that have really been selling off. Enphase almost at 170 again. Another 4.11% here. Very nice. Shift's got some work to do. It's at 725. Definitely has some work to do, but it's slowly trending back up. Tattooed Chef back over $17. I'm expecting it to go back to 20. Matterport at 2.41% up. EXBI is up again. Palantir up 2.5. CCAV still sitting at that 2% level there. Tesla 1.5. And in terms of the negatives, we've still got Coinbase down about 0.43%. Keep listening on here to what does CNBC have for us today?
Push with the coming American Families Plan proposal, to which these capital gains tax rate increases would be tied to. I mean, if he maybe it's not either or, but if he had to choose, what would the priority be?
I think that the American Jobs Plan, the sort of physical infrastructure plus plan, is an easier political sell.
Okay.
There are, clear bipartisan benefits there. There are things that both sides agree on, even if they don't agree on how to pay for it. The American Families Plan and some of the tax changes there, that's going to be a harder political sell for him.
All right, let's go check out. Let's listen in on Bloomberg. Before we do, I just want to do a quick usual reminder. Check out the program link down below. I'm setting the expiration for the coupon code, which means pricing goes up. So take a peek down below. You'll really enjoy the private live streams and all of the content in the courses. I will be live in about an hour and 50 minutes in the course member live stream as usual. But let's jump on over here to Bloomberg for a moment. And then I'm consistently adding lectures, usually every other weekend-ish. I'm adding lectures, which is really exciting. Right now, I'm finalizing the options section on the Stocks and Psychology of Money group.
Growth peaking in the second quarter. For you to make that trade, it feels like you do not see growth peaking for a while. Tell me why and kind of what might bring that forward a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think the fact that growth is peaking is necessarily going to be such a huge factor. I think more importantly is we're going to see, for instance, just to bring this back to corporate earnings, because at the end of the day, stocks are going to move in line with corporate profits. We're going to see value and cyclical stock earnings growth for this year is going to far outpace growth stocks. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
Thanks, Ryan, for saying the stock course is worth it. I'm only 8% through, too. Wow. Well, thank you.
And consensus is looking for 4% real GDP growth at least. I mean, that's pretty high by historical standards.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be looking at another year of cyclical stocks and value stocks that are going to outgrow growth stocks, right? That's pretty unusual. And I think that's the point here, is that we're looking at a long tail of very rapid earnings growth for some of the more cyclical and value segments of the marketplace.
David, we're going to be there. Always appreciate your time. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this Friday. David Lefkowitz of UBS.
All right, let's see. Here's a talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin first week since March 13th.
Only down about 2/3 and Riot blockchain just about flat right now. So it just gives you an idea, Carl, that there's still a lot of jockeying, a lot of trying to figure out what a possible capital gains tax hike could look like in its finalized form. There's still not a lot of clarity there. So a lot of hedging going on right now, not a whole bunch of wholesale selling, Carl. We'll send things back over to you.
Interesting. Yeah. It was JP Morgan earlier in the week, Dom, said it's got to get back above 60K pretty soon, or those momentum signals are going to collapse in JPM's view. Appreciate that, Dominic Chu. We'll take a break here. I'll look at our roadmap.
We've got GameStop, by the way, down 4% right now at 145. Yeah, let's go back to the sticks here. Everyone's on commercial. So GameStop is starting to join Intel over here as the loss leaders for the day. Yeah, down almost 4% on GameStop. All right, well, let's see what else here. So still are we chillaxing here a little bit on micro? Yeah, a little bit of a chillax on the Microvision run. Naked up 9.8. Wow, it was up a lot more. Interesting. Kind of sold down. It's still up 9.8. Charge point sitting around that 9%. Okay, pretty stable. Nice green here. Yeah, same kind of 4% where we were, 3% where we were. Spirit Airlines coming out of nowhere here, 3.64%. There was one that ran today that started lower. EXPI coming back with where is it? It just keeps bouncing around over here. EXPI is somewhere around here. There it is. EXPI up 2.9%. NEO's up 2.9%. Twitter, PaySafe, Etsy going back to 220, are we? Oh, Piton's now at 103. Matterport. Tesla still sitting at around that 1.5 at 1.42. Apple's even up today at 1.1. Beyond Meat's flat at 132. It's really been range bound. Golly, Beyond Meat's been stuck for a while. Still keeping my eye on Coinbase. Still interested in a possibly picking up an option here. I don't know. Let's see. I want to see if the open interest has changed. I want more liquidity. Where'd the darn thing go? Let's go look at options here for a sec. Coinbase. All right, here we go. Let's go out. We just don't have the long term yet. Let's see here. Open interest. 350 calls have some. 400 calls have some. It's a little pricey. I'd rather something in the money. I don't think I'm going to get anything in the money with a lot of open interest at these prices, though. Let's see here. Yeah, you'd really almost, yeah, you're just not going to get anything. You have to go out of the money. You know, if I think that's almost the way to do it. If you were going to buy options on Coin right now, you really have to go to not get, I think, ripped off. Probably those Jan 23s and end up going for either like a 300 or a 350. You know, I don't know that you want to go for a 400 or even a 500 way out of the money. Yeah, but where the price is now, it almost makes sense to be a little closer to 300 to 350. All right. What else? What else? I feel like there's no news. No news. No news again. How's the 10-year? 10 years down. 10 years actually ticked up a little bit, 1.566. And what else do we have here? This is all the same. Mexico's battered tourism bonds rebound. No. It's all the frickin' same right now. Marathon moving nicely, is it? Let's take a peek. All right, let's see what we got. Marathon, where are we? Coinbase 0.26. Hey, look at that. Yeah, I don't see actually Marathon and Riot. Where are they? They must have gone green. They must have gone green. That's true. Let's see. Invite is up percent too. Marathon. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, okay. There it is. It's flat. I was in the wrong chart. So we're roughly flat on Marathon, and Riot also flat. Nice. I mean, they just evaporated a 6% loss, which is awesome. Really, really good. A little bit of a slowdown here, though, in the move. Look at Snapchat, for example. Snapchat was doing better in the day. And it's, chillaxing a little bit. So a little bit of a relaxation on some of this run. Don't want to get too euphoric. Let's see here. Taking a peek at some of your comments. All right. So what else? Let's listen to this. Maybe some talk about inflation.
With the CEO of Union Pacific yesterday, with the pricing that's going on at that railroad, surcharges, and the fact that that's tied to its intermodal business, which again speaks to what's going on with all of these containers right now. Maybe this is a really basic question, but why can't some of these factories or some of these transportation companies just buy or order more containers?
Well, it's just not that easy because so he told me, I mean, I asked him the same question. He said, even if you pay more money, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to guarantee space for you. And also, he said, if you add more vessels, it doesn't necessarily mean that the terminals are going to be able to be efficient and sort out their issues and process a lot of these vessels and these containers. So his advice is that if you are a company that plans to be shipping, to plan ahead. He said, think 3 weeks at least when you're putting in your orders. And he said that's not only for companies, but also that customers too, just regular, Americans who are thinking about ordering something on Amazon, for example, that you need to be patient, he said, because this is going to take time to sort things out.
Eunice, appreciate that. Our Eunice Yoon in Beijing. What an amazing story the global trade has become. Dow's gone positive, but definitely getting some drag from three big names, Intel, AXP, and Honeywell, on earnings for the week. You can see Intel, Boeing, Amex, Dow, and Nike leading the charge lower. We're back in a moment.
Oh, wow. Really? This is a weird study. So Sarah Eisen retweeted it, and I find her to be relatively neutral. She writes, terrible. Study looked at non-hospitalized, non-severe COVID cases and surprisingly found between 1 and 6 months after getting sick, patients who had COVID-19 had a 60% higher risk of death than those patients who never had COVID. That's crazy. I mean, 60% higher sounds like a lot, though. But I mean, if your risk of death is like 0.0001% or something like that, what does that turn it into? Like 0.0016? I don't know. I can't do math. It's way too small. It's too small. It does not compute. All right. Volatility down 3.9%. GameStop recovering a little bit at 2.8%. Big digital assets down again. Coinbase down about 0.5%. Kind of waiting for, kind of waiting to see what happens here to make a decision on which way I want to go here. Disney down about 4.2% here. No clear. I mean, it's just honestly, it just looks like everything's up. I will say it looks like recovery. Hilton, Wynn, Dave & Buster's. These guys are the ones not doing the best today. These guys are all around that 0.25% to 0.4%. Walgreens at about 0.5%. Marriott's over here at 0.7%. JP Morgan 1.1%. It's really it's really these more the momentums, the SPACs. They're having a nice recovery today. Here comes Arcimoto. Lemonade's still doing well around that 4.5%. Although American Airlines is up. What else here? Clever's up a bit. Enphase up a bit. Yeah, okay, pretty similar here. Let's see, do we have anything else? Oh, that looked like the Tesla logo for a second when I first glanced.
Diabetes, so two comorbidities that puts them at an increased risk of death if they were to get COVID. They are told no for an open vaccine appointment, and someone who is, say, a 24-year-old healthy, fit African American or Latino, they would be told, yes, you can in fact come in. That obviously is not about equity. That is about making a white person who is clearly at an increased risk of death from COVID put at a disadvantage.
I'm going to pull up for a moment. I want to look at the ARK funds. So this is ARK K. ARK K's really been in that consolidation phase since mid-February. This is kind of, I feel like, how many of our portfolios feel, though. Yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yeah! Yeah! It's pretty weird here, but yeah, that's ARK K. Let's go to ARK G. Same thing on ARK G. ARK F. And same thing. ARK X. ARK X has had a funny little start here. It's kind of right around first day trading day. How's Buzz been doing? The momentum trading ETF? So it's since it opened March 5th, which was kind of in the bottom of the market. It's kind of been bobbing around like everything else. Kind of just joined the bob. Join the bob. Microvision now at 20%. My goodness. Look at that run on Micro. Yeah. Jeez. Good runs here. All right. I think we've pretty much hit it. UiPath is down 3% today. But yeah, check out the programs link down below, folks. Get your 2 free stocks with Webull in the link down below. Go to the link down below, click the Webull link, deposit $100. They give you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. That is the same platform that we have up right here. So metkevin.com/Webull or use the link down below. Check out the merch shelf as well. Get the rocket emoji t-shirt. I'm wearing these a lot more now that I finally got restocked with a ton of these. There is also, they just came out, I want to say, who was it? It was Teespring. Teespring just came out with a 10% coupon. for them. I will pull it up here really quick because you could take advantage of that. They just did that. I think it's for like 3 or 4 days. They're doing a coupon. I haven't seen coupons at Teespring before, but I'll give it to you here. Give me 1 second. So that's for any of the merch, the coffee mugs, the shirts, whatever. Okay, Teespring. Here it is. Teespring sale. Selling fast. Selling fast is the coupon code, and it's good between April 23 and April 26, they say. So for 3 days, selling fast on the merch. All right, cool. All right, folks, thanks for being here. We'll see you.